Maybe tell the mood to change.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it kick is tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Brings up second and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Tight dog. Check. We're 154. Why?
On second down, Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From just shy of midfield, Prescott, and this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
You ain't doing nothing today. We go 46.
Looking to throw on second down. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
And a Cowboy first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup.
Now Elliott. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
Second and 4 at the 16-yard line.
Here we go, 46. 26.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now Elliott. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try again with Elliott. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. We're scoreless after 1.
Everyone got 4 down.
Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal.
Hey, kill.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Forbat, the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Cowboys 7, Panthers 0.
Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Safe. 8. Mike 50.
Newton now to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
20.
Throwing again on second down. Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Newton. Yeah, that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's Austin.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
First down, Cowboys.
Check 30. Match box. Right. Check 15. Here we go, 47. 26.
1st down, Prescott. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 43 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Muscles him on. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script, I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Jalen Smith drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Austin. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenge.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Xavier Woods with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, First half going my way. I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. Now Prescott. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Stays on his feet. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. A gain there of 30 big ones. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field. 8. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Express.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Steps away to his left. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. He's got a man. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
Kill.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Oh, he trucked him. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A second down throw for Prescott. He's going to get this to Austin complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott from the gun. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Newton. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
4 down. Check. Watch 12. Whip. Watch the whip.
After the run, Newton going to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Newton's pass, incomplete. Intended for DJ Moore. It's now 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They snap it to Newton. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott to throw it. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Prescott now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun again to Elliott. About 3 yards there to the 27. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit. I'm falling back on my playing days. If I had a receiver that was 3 inches taller than me and they couldn't complete a pass like that, my confidence really rose at that point. I probably said a few things to him to that effect.
Well, I just looked down. You're right. It's a 3-inch height difference. But, you know, these defensive backs, they can jump so high. That's not that big of a difference now in the NFL, is it?
Athleticism and timing can make up for that lack of 3 inches.
And Forbath will put this one through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got to sit back, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
23 yards on the play.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Watch the out. Watch the out.
Now Newton eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw again on second down. Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton buying time to his left. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Well, now they'll try the end around. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. From 17 yards out. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
46.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here we go, 46. Check 26.
Throwing here, Prescott. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
It's second down. Hey, kill. 26.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott dancing to his left. That one complete to Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
No, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Newton now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
He's gun. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Undercross. Hey! Mike
Out of the gun, Newton. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
I'm trying to collect. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is express.
From the gun, here's Newton. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Mike 50. Watch the run. Check 43. Kill. Express. Motion.
Throwing again. Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. And they take a knee. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Mike 54. I can't believe they let you play.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me.